Oh, step. Just stepped in the fairy ring. Hi, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Just woke up, so I'm a little groggy right now. Well, I've been awake for like 2 hours, but I've been lying in bed scrolling through Instagram reels. So, holy shit. God damn, my voice is doing a thing. What is my hair doing? Whatever. Yeah, hi, we're starting the vlog a little bit late this week. Oh, there's a blue jay on my roof. Hi, buddy. So cute. What was today? Right, so we're starting the vlog a little bit late this week just because I've done nothing interesting so far this week. Monday I came home from work and I played Zelda the entire night, and then yesterday I came home from work and binge watched season 2 of Supernatural and crocheted. So, you know, not doing anything interesting. Not the whole season, just to clarify. I did not watch that much TV in one night. I just watched like 4 episodes. I'm doing a rewatch of the show because I never watched the last season of it. And I tried to watch it a couple months ago and I'm like, I have no idea what's happening because I haven't seen it in like, what, like 4 years, something like that. So yeah, I tried to start season 15 and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, maybe I'll go back and watch season 14. I still had no clue what's going on. Tried to go back to season 13, still had no idea what was going on. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rewatch the entire show because why not? It was one of my favorite shows as a teenager and I just never watched it again. So I figured, why not watch it? But I might have to not watch it at night though, because I did have some pretty funky nightmares last night. But that may be due to the fact that the last episode that I watched right before going to bed was the killer clown episode. You know, maybe not the smartest choice. I had some high anxiety last night. I woke up in the middle of the night multiple times, sweating with my heart pounding, and I'm like, but I'm fine. We're good. I'm tired, but it's okay. I was supposed to go on a first date today, but we had to reschedule, so I just have the day off now. So I think today I'm going to finally, at long last, go to Service Ontario to submit my name change paperwork. And then I also have to go to the library to pick up a hold. I have a copy of Sunbringer that's available, so I'm going to be picking that one up and reading it in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, reading stuff, I haven't really been reading much this week. I have one audiobook on the go and that's it. So right now I'm reading Bless Your Heart by Lindy. This one is a horror that's set in Texas in the late 90s, and it follows a family of women who all run a funeral parlor together, and they also hunt vampires. And the vampires are very creepy and gross, and there's a lot of like gore and body horror. I thought this was more of like a funny horror book. It's definitely not. This is just like straight up horror. I've heard people say that if you read this, what's it called? The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix wasn't quite what you hoped for. This book is what you were hoping for. So yeah, I am definitely enjoying it. It's very good. I'm about halfway through right now. Definitely very gory and like a bit much sometimes, so I can't read it all the time because I have a hard time with like body horror stuff and like a lot of gore, and this just has like blood and guts everywhere. Like, it's so gross. So yeah, I'm reading that one right now, but I am also in the mood to pick up a physical book. So I have a couple of options. I technically started The Carnival of Curiosities by Amy Gibbs the other day. I only got to page 10 or something like that. Page 11. Problem is I don't have the audiobook for this one, and I have talked about many times in the last couple months that I have a really hard time reading without the audiobook, like tandem reading it these days. I just don't have the focus for it because like those 11 pages took me half an hour to read. I can't sit still and it's very annoying. So I might try and see if I can find the audiobook for it somewhere. I do have an Audible credit to use, so maybe I'll use it for this one. I do want to read it. I just like, I can't focus for longer than 30 seconds without some kind of extra stimulation. So, but then also I have out Middlegame from the library, and I also have out the audiobook that just came in yesterday, so I might start this one as well. But then also my audiobook for A Lady for a Duke just came in, and I kind of want to read this one, but I do own this book, so I have more time to read it, whereas like this one I have to return soon. So I should probably pick one of these two to pick up today, but I kind of want to read A Lady for a Duke. So we'll see. I'll probably do Middlegame though. So yeah, that is the reading stuff. I'm going to, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning right now and I'm like just rolling out of bed. So I'm gonna go make some breakfast and get myself organized for the day and figure out what I'm doing. It's not gonna be much. Man, I have really bad luck of leaving the house with library books in my bag while it's raining. I should really check the weather more often. Happy Thursday. I had a great day yesterday. What did I do? Am I okay? Yeah, so I did go to Service Ontario to submit my name change paperwork. Turns out I can't read because I had Googled like where can I submit my name change paperwork and it said to go to Service Ontario. So I did that. I just went across the street from where I live. I'm like, perfect. So I go there, I wait in line for like 20 minutes and I get to the desk and she was just like, we can't take that here. Like you have to submit it by mail. And then I was like, oh, but I looked online and it said that I could come to Service Ontario. And she was like, you can go to a specific Service Ontario. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I didn't read that part. I just stopped reading at Service Ontario, clearly. So I have still not submitted my name change stuff, but I am going to go to the post office tomorrow before work and do that. So it will get done. By the end of the week, I will have my name change stuff submitted. I swear it. So yeah, after that, I got caught in the rain as well, which I love. I love getting caught in the rain. What I did not love though is having a bag with library books in it in the rain, but they were fine. They were unscathed. But yeah, then I went to the library and I picked up my hold for Sunbringer by Hannah Kaner. This is the sequel to God Killer, which I read a couple months ago and really enjoyed. So I can't wait to get to this one. I also don't understand how this is like a fairly new book, I think. I don't think it's a very, yeah, it was published earlier this year. Tell me how this copy is already beat up. Like, this hasn't been at the library for very long, but look how wrecked the back of that is. What did someone do? You know, like, how did this get so messed up so fast? I'm gonna be reading this one very soon. So that one is coming up shortly. I also found What He Said Night by Kingfisher. Very happy about that one. It's just been on my radar for the last little bit. I've been waiting for the library to have it back for quite a while and they finally had it. I was just walking by and I just saw it on display somewhere and I was like, fuck yeah, you're mine. I've actually already read this one, which I'll get into shortly. And then I also walked by and saw The Emperor and the Endless Palace by Justinian Huang. This one is on my TBR, but I forget what it's about. But I assumed that it was going to be a lot longer, but I saw how short it was and I was like, I have to get it. It fits in my bag, so it's coming with me, basically. Oh, there's a cat on the cover right there. Cute. But yeah, in terms of what it's actually about, not a clue. Ooh, look how pretty that is. It was very nice. So the tagline up here says, what if I told you that the feeling we call love is actually the feeling of metaphysical recognition when your soul remembers someone from a previous life? In the year 4 BCE, an ambitious courtier is called upon to seduce the young emperor, but quickly discovers that they are both ruled by blood, sex, and intrigue. In 1740, a lonely innkeeper agrees to help a mysterious visitor procure a rare medicine, only to unleash an otherworldly terror instead. And in present-day Los Angeles, a college student meets a beautiful stranger and cannot shake the feeling that they've met before. Oh, okay, so it's like a multi-timeline reincarnation story. That's really cool. Ooh, okay, I'm just like seeing more of the cover here. So we've got a cat. There's also a nine-tailed fox in the corner, and might be a horse, maybe a unicorn, who knows? The top of the head's cut off, so I can't tell. This is a really cool cover. But yeah, so that's what I picked up from the library yesterday. And then after that, my date got rescheduled. I think I mentioned in yesterday's clip. So I had the whole day to just kind of treat myself, and I decided to go to my favorite bakery downtown. It's a Latin bakery, and I got a like cheese ball thing. I forget what it's called, but I think it was a Brazilian pastry. So I got that and a cherry pastry. And then I went to my favorite coffee shop and I got an iced lavender oat milk matcha latte, which was delicious. And yeah, I just went and sat at the water. I found a little picnic table and I had my pastries and my drink, and I read about half of What Feasts at Night. And then I came home last night and finished the rest of it. This was so good. This is the sequel to What Moves the Dead, which was a retelling of The Fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe. This one's not a retelling, it's just a continuation with the same characters in the same world. But in this one, we're back at the main character's home country, which is a made-up country. And it's just adventures with some ghosty presence that has to do with dreams. It was very good. It wasn't as scary as the first book. The first book had like multiple of my worst phobias in it. This one was still fantastic, but it was not nearly as like effective in its horror for me personally. I did really enjoy it though, so I gave it 4 stars. It's a great setting, like a haunted house in the woods. It was excellent and I really enjoyed it. And then yesterday I also finished Bless Your Heart by Lindy Ryan. This one I gave a 3.5. It was really good. I already forget my thoughts on it. Seriously, am I okay? Like, I feel like I'm brain dead. Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. It was good. I enjoyed it. It won't be one that I think about very often, to be honest. Like I already clearly forget a lot of the details, including what I liked and disliked about it. The characters were great. I liked the plot. It was pretty predictable. Like nothing surprised me at all. I think that was the main reason why I got less than a 4. Because like in case y'all haven't noticed, by the vast amount of 4 stars that I give out, a 4 star is like my good side of average, you know, like a 3 star is just average, less than a 3 is like going towards bad. So 3.5 with this one was like, it was good but not really good, you know what I mean? So yeah, like it was well written and everything. The characters were fun, the writing was good, the plot was interesting enough to keep me engaged, even though I guessed literally everything that happened in it. But overall, it'll be a pretty forgettable one, but still a good read, and I would recommend it. So yeah, that one is finished. And then this morning I started the audiobook for The Heartbreak Bakery by A.R. Capetta, which I actually already DNF'd. I thought the main character was a lot older, but I'm pretty sure the character was like 17, and I just really didn't care about listening to a 17-year-old be sad about a breakup. I'm not gonna lie. Which like is maybe a bit harsh, but it is what it is. I have no interest in teenagers and their feelings. So that one just wasn't for me. I thought the main character in that one was 23 for some reason. I don't know where I got that information from, but for some reason I was convinced that this character was 23. No clue. And then I picked it up and I'm just like, why are you talking about high school? Oh no, are you a teenager? And then yes, was a teenager. So I'm like, nope, I'm out. I gave it a good shot though. I got about an hour and a half into the audiobook, so I listened to it for about 45 minutes. I think that's a pretty fair shot. And yeah, I just was not feeling it, so DNF for me. And then kind of on a whim, I picked up the audiobook for An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good by Helene Tursten, I think was the name. It was a really short one. The audiobook at regular speed was 3 hours, so at double it was an hour and a half. So I just listened to it while I made dinner and ate and did the dishes and repotted a couple of plants tonight. So I've already finished that one and it was fantastic. Like it was so weird and quirky, and this old lady is definitely up to no good. It was so funny. It's just a book of like a couple of little short stories about this lady who's almost 90 and some of her adventures. I'm not going to go into details about what those adventures entail. I think if you read this book, which you definitely should, just don't read the synopsis. Just pick it up and go for it. I don't know if the synopsis actually says what happens in it or not, or what it's actually about. So like, I'm not going to say what it is, but I was shocked at first and I'm like, what is happening right now? Are you what? Like It just kept going from there. It was excellent. I really enjoyed this one. I don't normally read like mysteries or crime books, but this one just sounded so quirky. I love the cover as well, and I just wanted to know what type of no good this lady was up to, and I had a great time finding out. So I gave it 4 stars. It was such a good time. I'm definitely going to read the sequel as well. It's also my first translated book of the year. This one was originally published in Swedish. I definitely need to read more translated books. I don't do a lot of that. But yeah, that's been the day. I finished so many things in the last like 24 hours, so that's really good. But now it's finally time to start Middlegame. I'm going to pick this one up in a little bit. I have a couple of chores to do, and then once I finish that, I'm gonna settle in and pick this one up, and I can't wait for it. Happy Sunday. I've had a very exciting couple of days. So first of all, work-related things. For the last 5 years, I've been the assistant manager at a adult toy store. Starting tomorrow, I will officially be store manager. My boss stepped back and I got a promotion. So that's exciting. Very happy about that, which like I'm so happy about it for many reasons, but partially because my contract and my requirements are so much better. As my current position, I have to work a minimum of 3 Saturdays per month and 4 closes per pay period. But now as manager, I only have to work 2 Saturdays per month and 2 closes per pay period, which means I can have more opening shifts, I can have more weekends off, I have time to have a life. So I'm very happy about it, plus pay increase, so fuck yeah. Super happy about that. So yeah, that's exciting. We're starting that tomorrow. I'm a little nervous because like while I've gotten a lot better at being more assertive and confrontational, I'm still not great at it. But I'm definitely better, so it's fine. I will learn how to fully manage a team of people. I've already been doing it for like 5 years, so being manager isn't that different. I'll be fine. I'll do well. I'm just nervous and doubting myself. I'm like, what if I suck? I don't know. I'll be fine. But yeah, so that's going on in a personal life. And then last night, so my now former boss who just stepped down, she was going to this Hawaiian glow dance party last night and she asked me to come, and one of our other coworkers was going and I brought along my roommate as well, and it was such a good time. The music was all 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, so we all had a blast. So everybody is dressed up in like Hawaiian shirts and flowers everywhere and glow in the dark stuff. It was a great vibe, and yeah, we just like danced to some really good music all night and had a great time. I loved it. I hadn't gone dancing with people in a super long time. Like I love going to raves, but I almost always go alone. So it was nice to be in a group and just have people to dance with. Yeah, it was a great time. I'm very sore today though. Like, oh my God, my body hurts. But yeah, and then reading wise, I'm still reading Middlegame. I forgot to grab it. It's on my table over there. I think I'm only on page like 50 or 60 so far, so I don't really have any thoughts on it yet. I am liking it so far though. It seems very weird in a good way, so I can't wait to see what happens with it. And then I started over ebook The Weavers of Alamaxa by Hadeer Elsbai. It's the sequel to The Daughters of Izdahar. I'm not far in. Again, I think I'm only on like chapter 3 or 4, so just barely getting started with it. And then I did also start over audiobook The Perfect Crimes of Marian Hayes, I think, by Sebastian, the sequel to The Queer Principles of Kate Webb. Oh my god, I'm loving it so much so far. I can't decide which one of the two I like better so far, but yeah, we're having a good time. But yeah, I would go into more detail, but honestly, I have been sweaty and gross all day. I just had to walk to the post office and back, which was about an hour of walking in 32-degree weather. So I feel gross, I'm tired, I don't want to be talking, so I'm gonna cut this off here. Which, oh, gonna talk a bit more first. I submitted my name change paperwork today. I did it. I'm so happy about it. So that'll be sent off to the government and my name will be officially changed soon. I went with Elliot. So hi, I'm officially Elliot. Yeah, I was choosing between Elliot and Ezra. So like with my name, I started going by the name El, just EL, for the last like 2-ish years. It was meant to be a placeholder name just until I figured out what I wanted my name to be, because L was better than my dead name, which was a very gendered name. But like I didn't want L to be the whole name, you know, like I like it for a nickname, but I didn't want it to be my actual name. But I just couldn't decide, and I spent like the last year and a half, give or take, trying to figure out what I wanted my name to be. But then I got attached to L, so I wanted to pick a name that started with L, that way I could still have that for a nickname. So Elliot. But yeah, so that's been officially decided. I'm so happy about it. I'm so glad that I finally got around to doing that, because I've been putting it off for so freaking long. Every day since I got back from California, I've been like, I'm gonna go to the post office today, and then I haven't. But I finally did, so we're good there. But anyways, I need to not be in these clothes anymore. I want to get into PJs and get comfy on my new very impulsive purchase that I made earlier. It's so soft and looks very cozy, and I want to curl up in there and read, but also maybe play Zelda. I'm not sure yet. I doubt that I'm gonna have more to add to this vlog before the end of the night, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later on. Bye.